let's look at PowerPoint Unit C. We're going to work on embedding objects into your PowerPoint. The first thing we're going to look at is how can I embed an outline from Word. If you remember correctly, we talked a little bit about taking an outline from Word and creating a PowerPoint presentation. Well, this time what we're going to do right now is we're going to take an outline, and I have it here on Word. This outline right here. This is additional options for travel. What's important for you to figure out how to set up an outline on Word is that it works on your indents. Each indented area here, or each area, like this Explorer Trail, is going to be one slide. Northern Route is going to be another slide. Western Pass, another slide, and then Coastal Route. Each of these sections are going to be an object within the slide. And within this object, you're going to have 4 headings here, 4 additional slides. So let's see if it really works that way. And we're going to go over here, say between slide number 2 and slide number 3. And right now, if you look down to the bottom of your screen, you currently have 5 slides. So let's see if we get 4 more by doing this. And we go up here to the new slide, insert slides by outline. So you click on that. And now what you need to do is find your outline. And I put mine on the desktop so that it's easy to find. And this is PowerPoint C-2. So I'm going to click on this one and click Insert. Well, let's see. Yeah, I do have 4 extra slides now. So if I look at slide 3, you see these 2, you have the 2 headings here. Slide 4, 5, and 6. The difference is, what you have to be real careful of is the attributes to the slide. You see in slide 2, one of the original slides, the fonts. But when I go to slide 3, this is comes over with the fonts from Word. So what you need to do is you need to select the slide, one of the new slides, go up here to the Home tab and reset the attributes. Now we have the attributes for the PowerPoint setup. You need to go to all your other new slides and reset them. So I have one more slide to reset, and I'm just going one at a time. You could select all the slides at the same time and reset them. Now, to insert clip art, I'm going to go to slide number 2. And when this presentation was originally set up, it was set up with one of these boxes here where I could select any of these items to insert. And as you scroll over these icons, I could insert a table, a chart, a smart art, picture from a file, clip art, or media clip. I'm going to choose a clip art. What I want to insert is I want to insert a house. Oh, well, let's insert a train. Just like in Word and Excel, you can adjust these. You can change the size. You can change all of it that you want. Now let's go and let's insert a picture. And I'm going to go clear down here to slide number 8. And I'm going to go to the Insert tab. And I'm going to insert a picture. And when I insert this picture, you see it comes to full screen. I can adjust it down. Or if it comes in as a small picture, you can adjust it to your full screen. If you want this whole thing as your background, this whole picture, adjust it to the full screen. Then what you're going to do is send it to the back, just like we did on any of the other programs. You see how your text comes through to the front. But you can go to your corrections and you can make it lighter. You can also move this. I'm trying to grab the text only. There's my text box, not the picture. I can move it down to different areas to where it can be seen better. But you can format your pictures in any way. One thing about formatting, you're bringing a lot of pictures into a PowerPoint presentation, is it becomes very large. So what you need to do when you have a picture like this, you need to go to your picture tools and format your picture, compress your pictures. Okay. What it does is it makes the size of the file smaller, so it is not so large for you to take to another computer. So anytime you insert pictures, you might want to think about doing that. Next thing I want to do is insert a text box. So I'm going to go to slide number 8 just because I want to pick on this one. And I'm going to go to Insert, and over here towards the center, there's the text box. I go down here and I have the upside down T. I can draw my text box and I can put whatever I want to in bold. I can center it within the text box. I can drag my text box around. If you did not select this setup for your slide, you can insert anything by just going to your Insert tab. Now, let's insert a chart. If I want to insert a chart, make sure you realize the difference. There's a table, there's a chart. I'm going to insert a chart. Once I select the type of chart that I want, and I'm going to select the 3D chart here, what happens is Excel opens up right next to your PowerPoint. Here you can change your information. Taking a look at this chart, be careful because your labels are not going to mean anything to your viewers if you have category 1, 2, 3, 4 and series 1, 2, 3, 4. So change your headings. Package 1. Here $500. Now it's going to select the range that is automatically filled in here. If all I want is 2 rows, I take the fill handle here, drag it up to only pick up 2 rows. You see how your chart is changing? But if I add something out here to the side, you see how your range changes. So be careful and make sure that you're picking up the correct range for your chart. Otherwise, your chart is just invalid. When you're all done entering the information, you can close the Excel. Now, what you have is you have your chart tools here. You can go back to the Excel by clicking this Edit the Data. It opens up Excel. You also can select the data. You can go over here to your layout. Put a chart title on here. Now, doesn't that chart make a little bit more sense now than what we started with? You can also, there's other things that you can change here. Now, what I'm going to do next is I am going to insert a table. And you go to your Insert tab. I went down, by the way, I went down to slide number 4. I'm going to insert a table. Just like within Word, you tell how many rows, how many columns. And I'm going to drag this down to where I want it. I can change the formatting. This is sort of orange and blue. What about an orange chart? Otherwise, you can do one of these. And you can see in the background what the chart is going to look like if you prefer the blue. And now you can just insert. If you want to delete a row, you can highlight a row and delete a row. You can insert above, insert. You can merge your cells. So if I want these top 4 columns merged, I can merge them. Now I can center this title there over that row. So it's just like working within Excel. There's a lot of variables, a lot of things that you can do to it. You can play around with it however you want to. Now, if I want to insert word art, I'm going to go down here to a slide. If I can find a blank slide, I'm going to pick on slide number 8. These options that you have, you can insert a smart art, but not word art. So I'm going to insert a word art object. So insert word art. And I'm going to insert this in the blue, the way so here's my smart art object. I could, if I really wanted to, if I didn't like the way that this was appearing over here, I can tilt this. I can take this box off, click on it and delete it. It doesn't look very good because of the colors. If I were wanting to do that, what I would probably want to do is I would want to change the colors. So what I would do is I would change it to like an orange, and then I would move it down here a little bit so it wasn't running off the page. So how's that? That's a little bit more interesting. Now, if I want to insert a smart art, and if I wanted to insert a smart art here, let me go back here. I go to my options here, insert a smart art, or else I can go to insert, and smart art is right here. But it's real nice just to be able to click on this smart art. And there's many different types of the smart art. It looks exactly the same as Word and Excel, doesn't it? But I can do like this vertical chevron, and I could do tour 1, and here I could see, and if I don't want that line, I just delete that line and I go on down to the next box. Inserting a smart art is that easy. The last thing I want to insert is I want to insert a audio. I'm going to go to slide number 1, and I want to insert an audio, some kind of music to open up my PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to go to the Insert tab, and I'm going to insert an audio from the file. And under my music library, I have some audios here, and you can insert whatever you want. Remember, please remember the copyright protection. So, but once again, I'm not going to worry about it for this class. But if I click to go here, so my music is going to start. Some of the things I can do with this, if I go to the audio tools and I go to the playback, some of the things you want to do on this, how do you want your music to start? Do you want it to start automatically? Do you want it to play across your slides? Do you want it to play across all of the slides that you have? If you do not click play across slides, when you move to the next slide, this music will stop. I can control the volume. I don't want it so loud because then the people can't hear me. Now, you see this picture of a speaker that you have. That's sort of distracting in the middle of a video because I'll show you. If I go to my presentation, this is going to show up right here, that speaker. So if you don't want that to show up, you can drag it way down here to the corner. You can also drag it off of the slide. So it's not going to show up. Now, if I go to my presentation, here it is. When I go to the next slide, it stops. So that's how your audio works. Now, in the same way, if I were to go to my audio and I go play across slides, when I go to my audio, my presentation, you see how the music continues on in the background. So make sure to control the volume. Otherwise, you're going to be reaching for the speaker to turn it down. Now, we are not going to talk about the videos right now. I'm going to discuss those during class on Wednesday, and I will have a separate presentation on those. And what we're going to do is not only a video, but how to insert from YouTube. And that takes a little bit of time and a lot of explanation. So I'm going to leave you here, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.